there's a shaitan bothering you, or you have somebody's done ayn on you or something, somebody's done an evil eye on you, but you're not really, this is a spiritual problem. And I wanted to address that a little bit. Over the last, I would say, few months, I've dedicated myself to, those of you that have been following my khutbahs, I've dedicated myself to talking about the intersection between the Qur'an's message and its healing, particularly for emotional problems and psychological problems. The way I look at it, Allah created the human being with a set of needs, right? We have physiological needs, food, shelter, etc. We have spiritual needs, and we also have emotional needs. Human beings are unique, not only because we have spiritual needs, but also because we have emotional needs. And by the way, I'm open late at night. Here, let me see the iPad, because I have some questions from people on here too. But in any case, oftentimes people have an emotional crisis. Like, a lot of people came to me today, I can't concentrate, I'm having a difficulty with anxiety. Somebody came to me and said, I was diagnosed with attention span disorder, with ADD, ADHD, and what can I recite to help me with that problem? And what Quran can I recite? What's the Islamic solution to this problem? And I think it's important to address that when somebody has a psychological or a health condition, that you can't just say that they need a spiritual remedy. That's an unhealthy approach to solving that problem. If somebody has a psychological, concern, an emotional problem, then they need professional help that can address that problem. And they don't necessarily only need religious advice or to, do some kind of dhikr and the problem will go away. Allah made us spiritual beings, and the spiritual problem has a spiritual solution. An emotional problem has an emotional solution. A psychological problem has a psychological solution. We have to respect that. There are people with real psychological trauma. You can't just tell them, recite this surah and your problem will go away. No, you have to actually allow them to go in the hands of serious professionals that can address their issue and help them dig at the bottom of it. I mean, I met college students that were, today I met college students that were contemplating suicide because their PhD paper wasn't accepted. Right? They're going through serious depression, and that's, yes, they need a spiritual reminder and hope and all of those things. At the same time, it's absolutely essential that they go to a professional. It's absolutely essential that they go to a counselor or a therapist. That's not something we should be taking lightly or sweeping under the rug. So that's one thing that I thought came up over and over again today, that I think I should bring to everybody's attention. And I'm hoping, inshallah, my first seminar I put together was on the order of the Quran, which is a literary consideration. But I'm also, I've been told to speak louder, but I'm speaking as loud as I can. I'm sorry. I apologize. I lost my voice. I was teaching a story night. So I'll do what I can. On the one hand, I put a course together on the order of the Quran, which is a literary consideration. But I think I'm probably pretty soon I'll be putting together whatever I can of a course on the Quran, about the Quran and emotional well-being. How does the Quran address things like, anger and sadness and depression and anxiety and, overwhelming fear and those kinds of things, or lack of confidence? These are important things. These are important matters, and we have to figure out that, or understand that the Quran doesn't just have spiritual solutions; it also has emotional, psychological solutions, and we have to seek those out.